Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 231, Weather Weekly. Good to be with you here, meteorologist Marcus Bailey, Wish TV in Indianapolis. Hopefully you had a fantastic Father's Day weekend. Weather, it wasn't awesome, a Saturday especially, with a lot of that heavy rainfall that came in over Saturday specifically. Friday night into Saturday, it was just tremendous rainfall across portions of central Indiana, especially in the northern parts. I didn't get official numbers from some of the harder hit areas, but just judging by radar, the storm total up in parts of northeastern Hamilton County got up estimated between 5 to 6 inches. The hardest hit area in our forecasting zone was right on the Tipton County, Howard County line, just south of Kokomo. We had estimated numbers of close to 7 to 7.5 inches of rainfall. So just tremendous rain that we received dating back since Friday, basically. So, and maybe even a little bit earlier than that. But there were numerous locations, Boone, Clinton, Howard, Tipton, Hamilton, Madison, and northwestern Delaware, where you average anywhere between 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. So we need some ringing out coming up in the forecast. We do have several more rain chances. This is going to be a very summer-like pattern here as we're starting to get, we're on the now entering the back half of June. And we'll have some thunderstorm chances. We do have a severe weather threat that we're going to have to keep on alert for this week. And boy, is it going to get humid, and it is going to be very warm. Those of you that were wondering when it just was cloudy and cool, when was summer coming? It's coming. It's coming big time this week. All right. We're going to walk you through the forecast. It is the week ahead for June 16th, 2025. That's next on Weather Week. It is the week ahead for June 16th, 2025. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Again, typical summer, early summer weather pattern, above normal temperatures and above average humidity. And with that, you get the possibility of pop-up thunderstorms when you kind of reach the peak heating of the afternoon, okay? And that's how I think Monday's going to play out. With these non-severe thunderstorms, but heavy downpours. These are what I call pulse storms. And what I mean by that is they pulse up, they kind of rain themselves out, and they fizzle off. But then they have this outflow, and they trigger other thunderstorms kind of nearby. They don't move very quickly. They're not driven by, the upper level flow. There's no cold front. And so if you get under one of these, it could rain for a little bit, and it could rain a lot. All right. So be aware of that. I know with the afternoon and evening, we've got, I know there's a lot of Little League games, camps, that kind of stuff. Anything that's going to be before lunchtime is probably going to be fine. And that's going to be for the next couple of days. I'm more concerned, sometime after probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You get mid to late afternoon. That's when you start running into the threat for some of these pop-up storms. Not going to be widespread. And they go away once we kind of lose the heating of the afternoon. So as we get past dinner time and the temperatures start to gradually cool down a little bit, you start to lose the coverage. All right. Outside of that, you're looking at highs probably into the low, maybe mid 80s for Monday. I'm going to lean toward around 85, but the humidity is going to be elevated. So it'll probably feel a little closer to 90 degrees before any rain chances may cool you down a little bit, okay? Best chances for showers and thunderstorms are going to be along and south and east of the I-69 corridor. And that does include the metro area. We're kind of on the northern end of that. But I just think the best opportunities are probably going to be a little bit more confined for the southeastern half of the state. Again, we'll have those chances for storms kind of diminishing for the evening hours. I'd say after 8 o'clock, we're probably just going to be partly to mostly cloudy. It's going to be muggy and overnight lows into the upper 60s. Tuesday, we'll do it again. Partly cloudy, hot, humid, and afternoon heat-fueled thunderstorms. Same areas along and southeast of I-69. I've got numbers into the upper 80s for your highs, so it feels like temperatures are likely going to be in the lower 90s. Severe storms, I'm not overly concerned. Again, I think it's going to be a heavy rain threat, so be aware of that. Overnight lows as the storms kind of fizzle off. Probably looking at numbers into the low 70s Tuesday night. Okay, Wednesday's a little bit different because we actually have a stronger upper level wave that's going to kind of move through here. Okay, so there's actually a trigger. There's going to be a little bit more dynamics in the atmosphere. And that's going to bring the threat for severe thunderstorms. I think the highest confidence of that is going to be in northwestern portions of the state. But I want everybody to be on alert that we could have some stronger storms. Timing kind of looks to be Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. That may play a little bit of a role on the severity of the thunderstorms and when they arrive to central Indiana. Obviously, if the line gets moving a little faster, then we have a bit more concern for more of the state coming up here for Wednesday night, okay? Outside of that, I think a lot of your Wednesday, you're going to have maybe some thunderstorms out ahead of the line, but there's probably just going to be a lot of dry time. On Wednesday, it is going to be a steam bath. I've got highs around 85, but exceptionally muggy. Dew points are probably going to be in the lower 70s, which will help to kind of fuel some of these high precipitation thunderstorms coming in by Wednesday night. So it's easily going to feel like the lower 90s. It's going to be quite uncomfortable for Wednesday. All right. By the way, main threat for severe weather is probably going to be damaging winds, but there is going to be a little bit of spin. So we'll have to watch out for maybe some hail and the possibility of a quick spin up of a tornado with this line that's going to move through. Wednesday night, again, showers and thunderstorms likely. Overnight lows will be around 70. Thursday, in the wake of this front, I'm thinking that there might be some lingering showers for showers and thunderstorms, probably for the first half of Thursday, so up through lunchtime. Dew points will start to lower, but probably not until the evening hours, so it's still going to be a bit on the muggy side. And I still have numbers on Thursday into the low to mid 80s. All right. Now, once we get past Thursday and getting into the afternoon and evening, you're going to get some drier air coming in here. Dew points are probably going to be, I don't know if they're going to be, it's going to be really, really dry air, but it's not going to be as oppressive. We're not talking dew points in the 70s, but probably into the upper 50s, lower 60s. So it's a little more manageable. But with the drier air, you're going to get very, very warm temperatures, all right? I've got highs on Thursday into the upper 80s. Friday, same thing. Or I'm sorry, that's Friday. Friday is what I just mentioned. Friday, I've got highs in the upper 80s. Overnight lows will be into the mid and upper 60s. The weekend looks pretty rain-free, but I do think both Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have our best chance in a while of probably working toward highs near 90. Okay? So, that comes with the territory this time of year when, you dial back the humidity, it's going to give you a better chance to really crank up the heat. Okay. So So there you go. All right. Rainfall numbers, an inch to an inch and a half widespread over the next 7 days. But look, I think, that's not taking into account, Monday and Tuesday. If you get under some downpours here, that number is going to be up. A lot of that is just stemming probably from Wednesday's storm complex because we'll all have a decent chance for rain. Not everybody does Monday and Tuesday, right? Just because of the isolated nature of the thunderstorms. So if you're already overly saturated and you get a couple of these downpours here early in the week, Monday and Tuesday, you could get some minor flooding. Please be aware that if you're already dealing with flooding, and there are some isolated spots who picked up anywhere between 5 to 7 inches of rainfall, it's not going to take much rain to agitate those issues, okay? So just be aware of that here this week. Tough part about the forecast in this time of year is it's just very difficult to pick out who's going to get that rain and who is not when you get these pop-up thunderstorms, okay? So just everybody be alert. If you're already overly saturated, it's not going to take a whole lot to kind of continue to get those flooding issues ramped back up again, okay? And again, everybody be alert Wednesday for the potential for severe weather. All right, we'll do some climate stats and look ahead to the next couple of weeks. That's all coming up next here on Weather Weekly. All right, we're already halfway through the month of June. Let's do some stats here. Precip for the month, 3.36 inches. That's in Indianapolis. That is on the plus side of 1.07. Last year at this time, we only had 0.66 inches of rainfall. And if I remember correctly, we kind of started entering into a period when we got to late June and into July when things got dry in a hurry. So we're in a little better shape in that regard there. All right. 8 to 14 day outlook. Temperature wise, this would take us from June 22nd to the 28th. Strong signal for above average temperatures. Again, mid to late June, you're looking at highs averaging into the low to mid 80s. And we already have a few areas, a few days that we're going to be forecasting close to 90 just before that period starts. And there's some weaker signals of above average precipitation over that same time frame over the next 8 to 14 days. If you're curious, in the 3 to 4 week outlook, which would be the 28th through July 11th, some signals that we could go above average in terms of temperatures and no real strong signals for precip either way in that time frame. All right. That'll do it for this week's podcast. Always appreciate your time and your feedback as well. You can shoot me an email anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also reach me out on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm on those mainly there. And of course, you can get our forecast 24 hours a day at our website, wishtv.com/weather, and our free Storm Track 8 weather app. Just go to your phone's app store and search for Wish TV Weather. You can also get my forecast on the TV side locally in Central Indiana, Channel 8, Wish TV in Indianapolis. That's Monday through Friday from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. and always online at wishtv.com. And hit the live stream. You can watch that worldwide. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We will talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.